Hey guys, RJ, I help with Levi here at CC Metalworks. One of the coolest things you can do on any custom is chop the top. And it's probably another chop top video like a lot of them, but we're hoping you find something that helps you with your project. And we're going to show you some of ours. Whether it be a little or be a lot, chop tops is one of the coolest things you can do on any custom. So let's get started. All right, this little chop top is going to be on this first gen Camaro. We want you to take note though, there's a little bit of pre-work you might want to consider doing. And we tie the quarters with a cross brace. That way the quarters don't flex in or out. Also, we triangulate the bracing on the low side of the rockers to give the car a tie point from the front to the back. Let's keep the car from literally bending or rolling over when you chop the top. And the chop top on this one is very subtle, but at the same time, still about the same amount of work if you're going to do quite a bit. And so what we're going to start with is the back. We're going to clean it up, brace the rear window. You don't want any flex in your rear window, so make it easy on yourself. Just a simple tack brace, keeping it in place, in shape. All right, we're going to be taking our inch out of the A-pillars. What I like to do is, because of the angle on both ends, is have something to work with on both ends. So I just simply look for a halfway point, give or take. We're looking at about 18 inches on the short side. I'm going to come in here, or about 9. You do not have to be super critical on this. All you want to really try and do is be a little bit more concerned about squaring things up. A little cheap carpenter square comes in real handy. Gives you a few reference dots. And if you notice here, I've got 19 3/8 wrote at a reference point 3 inches over, just to guess. This is our other reference point down here where this metal meets this metal, and we've got a natural line, both the body shape and how it's put together. So from this point to this point, it's 19 3/8. This comes in handy later on when we're dropping this and we're manipulating these posts, because we're going to cut this corner and this corner and bring these together and keep these straight with a straight edge. Once that happens, after our section's out and we bring these together on a splice, what we want to do is make sure this measurement and that measurement jive with the inch less. That way we know we're pretty much square with the windshield. It really helps out a lot. But back to centering this bad boy up. Just take a little piece of tape, something old eyes can see easily. Bright yellow is good. Got a nice mark here, a little slack for going around, and we can see that line rather easily. And it'll almost pull to itself by just keeping the tape flat and square. All the way around that tape meets, it's in line with itself. And then we got our little reference, how much we're going to chop this. We're just chopping an inch out of this. We want to do some nice smooth glass. We want to take that little peak out that GM put in it, made it look like a little bit high. We want to make it look more racy. So this is a subtle chop. But it's still all relative whether you chop a little or chop a lot. So we know this paint paddle, fun as that is 1". We know we can take these same reference lines and do the same thing. Also squaring some of this up. But bam! So another piece of tape. This one we won't be on a line because we were past our 1 inch with the measuring tool device made of wood. Come around here, we can simply gauge the tape, make a quick look. Yeah, looks good. We got 1 inch. All right, this is that cell pan in the back. This wedge cut line that we cut earlier is just a single line. This way you got plenty of metal to work with. I take a little section out because of the inside brace, the skeleton, the support, whatever holds everything together. This gives us that 1 inch of clearance we need as we drop the forward part of 1 inch. We've released and cut the package tray loose. We've also cut into the structure in the very back end. So this whole top will lay down. And now what we'll do is we'll go to the other side and we'll do the same thing. We'll release all that and then it's onto the post. And as we bring the top down and realign some stuff, all we gotta do is put the metal back together. And we'll actually cut and button weld all this up and it'll look like it came that way. All right guys, notice the 2 line cuts. Took this whole section out on the inside of the cell panel. Not only does this take care of the superstructure, which will marry when we drop the top, but this allows us to fold this whole thing down without interrupting anything in the cell panels and or the roof line. So don't forget your inside cuts, but give yourself room to work, because we can always, when we drop this, there'll be an open gap, but we can always come in here and put a nice piece of metal in. The upholstery covers all that and it's rock solid, probably more solid than it was from the spot welded factory version. Will be solid welded. So this will relieve the whole top and the back. Now we're going to stage and get ready to go cut the post and actually drop this thing. Cut our A-pillar at the halfway point, and like we discussed earlier, we were going to relieve the corner and the inside and relieve the corner and the bottom side. And the cool thing about that is, as you can see, you bring the top yeah, it's gonna be really good, really good. So we know we're square. We've also gone from a point that's common to the other side in the corner and then cross trimmed it with a measurement. When we made that X, it would come out perfect. So we know we're square in a rectangle way related to the corners. And at the same time, now we can go back in here and we can do what we have to do to weld up the places that we relieved, and we're rock solid. Now, most people will put a sleeve in at this point. We did not sleeve this because in the near future we've got a roll cage going in, and part of this relief in the raised windshield will actually take part of this raise the slip up to do the smoothie glass. And we're going to take advantage of a half moon effect with our roll bar going into our halo system and a full roll cage in this car. So there will be a strength also uniting this entire A-pillar to it. So it'll be beyond strong. That's the way we're doing this. Okay. One day. Can it come out a little bit toward the fender? There you go. Oh, that's it. That's it. Thank you. That's just what we want to see. Look at that, guys. I know it's rough and raw. We'll make a little trim. We'll tuck our fenders. We'll get the cowl panel where it's supposed to go. But you can already see where it's wanting to get really tight, really close, really flush. We'll bring this side up, a piece in here, and then a roll bar will go in here to our halo. And when we're finished, this glass of a nice little 1/8 inch line all the way around bead filler, so it'll be glass right into paint when it's done. So you can do smooth glass, get a chopped top, not have to buy oversized. This is stock. So this stock stuff can work and really look good. If you back off, really back off and look at the profile, look how much faster that car looks like it's going, just sitting there. It over exaggerates the upper lines of the front fenders and the corners. Now it looks like it's race ready. This is way cool. Not bad. Couple dudes, little shop.
Just in one day, like 6 hours?
Yeah, rock and roll, man. They do it, come back with some grinding, some more welds, some detail on our finish work. Y'all will see this one day wrapped up with some nice glass in it. It's gonna be sexy. Big block ride for sure.